Heyo everyone, Misha B. Barkin here. This video is on a bit of a controversial subject, so please remember that the following is only my opinions. If you have disagreements with the following and would like to respectfully voice those in the comments, then by all means. Don't be venomous towards those who you may disagree with though, please. Anyways, today we're talking about cancel culture as a whole, and its role in the furry community. So what is cancel culture? Cancel culture refers to the canceling of a content creator, actor, or other prominent figure in media when it is revealed that they've done something that is widely seen as a bad action. Now, bad action is a very broad term, but it's hard to narrow it down any further when people have been canceled for many things. Now, there are absolutely things people should be canceled over, such as zoophilia, grooming minors, and many other horrible things. The water becomes a bit murky, however, when we start attempting to cancel people for less problematic things. Where's the line drawn? Do we cancel people for what they've said 10 years ago? 5? And how severe does an action have to be to warrant a cancel? Has general online culture made cancel culture better or worse? And lastly, how does it affect our community? I want to talk about some pros and cons of cancel culture and look at examples where each side saw stories arise that shows the positives and negatives of cancel culture. I'll end the video off by giving my opinion on the matter and saying whether or not I feel cancel culture is good in the community. So without further ado, let's dive in. So cancel culture can be, and oftentimes is, a good thing, believe it or not. There are people who were once big names in the community who were outed by various other people. The most notorious example, of course, is Kiro the Wolf. Kiro was one of the biggest names in the furry community in around 2019, and was up there with other very popular furries until it was revealed that he was involved with various other zoophiles and had videos of him doing things with his dog. He disappeared for about 2 years, rightfully so, and tried to come back in early 2021, which, oh no, stay the fuck away. Another recent example was with Diesel Raccoon in Texas Furry Fiesta. If you don't know about Diesel, I have a video about it and I'll link it in the description below. Long story short, Diesel has had a long history of saying racist and transphobic things all over Twitter and being a part of the furry raiders. He's been doing this for years and only recently received a penalty for it. Long story short, he was banned from TFF for all of this, as well as talking about faking vaccination cards, I guess? I don't know, I didn't see that part, and the note says that his statements go against creating a fun and friendly environment, so personally I think it was his racism and transphobia that did it, but the note's a bit ambiguous on that regard. Those are just two of the many examples of cancel culture doing good. Outside of the furry community, we've seen prominent people get outed for awful things and lose their audience and everything they've earned for their horrible actions. But of course nobody would lie about it or blow it out of proportion, right? Right? The Game Grumps is oh, you guys already know who they are. Dan was supposedly outed on a subreddit called r/rantgrumps for grooming a minor and having a one-night stand with them, and then ghosting them afterwards. Wow, sounds shitty, right? Almost immediately, some holes started to show up. r/rantgrumps is a notoriously anti-Game Grumps subreddit. Now, they claim to not be anti-Game Grumps, they're just tired of Game Grumps. Kinda sounds like they're anti-Game Grumps, but whatever lets them sleep at night, I guess. Anyways, the post originating from this subreddit already raised a red flag, and well, it only got worse. Dates didn't add up, and it was found out the fan was 22 at the time, not underage. More on that later. Secondly, the grooming went out the window also, as the supposed fan messaged Dan when they were 17 years and 11 months old. Now, this is still underage, yes, and she should have definitely waited until she was 18, but this can't really be called grooming. Grooming would be what VHS did, constantly talking to a minor, slowly manipulating them through red flag texts, and slowly introducing them into various sexual or otherwise adult things. Here's another set of screenshots posted by another person, whom was a close friend with Veches, though isn't anymore. This is an exchange between Veches and the minor. In various screenshots, you can see the manipulative way he messages them, how he is always the one pushing romantic stuff between the chat logs, and the other person is either dismissive of it or changes the subject entirely. This didn't happen in the 1 month before their birthday. More importantly, the live show when this one-night stand supposedly happened was revealed to be 4 years after the first text sent. This was conveniently left out of the original post. So that means the girl was 22 years old when they supposedly slept together. Now, I'll be the first to say, sleeping with a fan and ghosting them is so unbelievably shitty, but that's not really a cancelable thing, considering they're of age, and no real further text logs were brought to light proving that the conversation went on for a while. And even if it did, it would have been between two consenting adults. Unless, of course, the sexual or adult stuff happened in the very first month of Dan learning of her existence, which, very unlikely. Luckily, cancel culture failed on this one, and this example went up in flames pretty quick, but the fact that this was attempted and even caught traction is a concerning fact. What if those facts hadn't come to light? What if we just canceled an innocent person? Another thing to think of is, when do we consider something to be in the past? Can we just dig up the past, no matter what their present actions or ideals? There's been multiple examples of people who have said or done awful things in the past 5 to 10 years, or even many more before that, and some sleuth with a grudge will try and dig these things up to cancel said person, and sometimes, unfortunately, it works. I'm gonna be honest, guys, in the early 2010s, the internet and the world in general was a completely different place. The things you could do or say weren't set in stone, and people said some awful things in this time. Digging these things up and attempting to cancel someone for this, especially if they very obviously obviously changed isn't really the right move. Now obviously if they're still doing these things, or it's something that's irrefutably awful or against the law, then cancel away. But man, some of the things people try and dig up to have dirt on others is just wild. Lastly, if we don't bring bad things to light, people will just keep supporting bad people. What if VHS wasn't outed as a groomer? What if Kiro wasn't revealed to be a zoo? What if DHC didn't get a buyer beware created and we all just rolled along with it and continued to support them? Hell, even with these allegations brought to light, people just simply don't care? I don't understand how you can continue to support shitty people even if their art is good, but that's not the point of this video. Lastly, people are especially venomous when it comes towards canceling someone. Now, obviously with somebody like Kiro, hot take, yeah, but bullying's fine here. But someone who said something edgy years ago, is telling them to unalive really the hill to die on? So the burning question: is cancel culture good? On paper, yes. However, people have turned it into almost a personality or a fetish, having dirt or tea on someone, being able to cancel someone at a whim. It's kind of gross, to be honest, how much people are willing to virtue signal and jump onto the internet to harass and cancel people they don't know, or cancel them for reasons or stories they don't fully know. Sometimes, as stated before, it's used to shine a light on some truly awful people, but more often than not, it either misses its target or it's just a minor outdated thing, blown way out of proportion. Hey, you're still here. You didn't leave pissed off at my opinion. Hell yeah. Remember that this is simply my opinion, and you're more than free to have a different one, but I'm right. Nah, I'm just kidding. No, I'm not. Anyways, what's your opinion on cancel culture? Is it a good thing or a bad thing? Where do we draw the line? Let me know in the comments below. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!